Almost a year has passed since we cast the lines off in New Zealand and began our voyage through the South Pacific. And during that time, Sylfia has been home to 19 people and 1 pig. We witnessed rugged landscapes, pristine reefs, and more underwater creatures than we could ever count. We laughed, cried,
I can't cry in front of the camera.
partied, and said goodbye so many times. But the time that we spent together, it will always be remembered. And what's better than hearing back from the people that once was part of this pirate family? Just keep tuned. They are here to tell you what they've been doing after they left Sylfia.
This is the story of a sailboat named Sylfia and the ragtag crew that call her home. Join us each week as we explore our planet both above and below the surface and find out what it's really like to live a life at sea. This is Expedition Drenched.
How's it going? Hope everyone's doing well. Yeah, a little catch up about me and what I've been up to. Some of you might know I left the boat to visit my mum. Yeah, she's doing really well. She's fully recovered, so thanks everyone for sending really lovely messages about that. So yeah, I was in England and we went into lockdown. I stayed on my friend's boat as well. I was helping her in her distillery because she makes her own rum, and she actually sells it by sailing in her old classic wooden boat from the 1800s. So yeah, I'll leave a link somewhere so you can check out her rum if you like. And then I very luckily made it into Australia, made it through the border to visit Philip because I hadn't seen him for a while. Since then we've been living in our van. We've been climbing lots, surfing lots. We were planting trees for a month for work, and we've been living in the Blue Mountains for a while now. And I'm thinking about starting my own YouTube channel. I would like it to be more documentary style, filmmaking about the people I meet along my travels. At the moment, I've been filming my progress in climbing. I've made a ridiculous aim to climb a certain grade by a certain time. So I'm thinking about piecing that together and documenting that. I thought about calling it Molly v Mountains. So if you'd like to check that out at some point, there will be something on there. So plans for the future, I'll be leaving Australia and heading back to England in maybe 6 months, where me and Philip hope to buy our own boat, which is really exciting. We've got a little boat fund coming along nicely. I've also been invited on a boat called Sylfia, which I might be doing next year as a filmmaker. So they'll be sailing from Africa up to Sri Lanka and down to Indonesia. So yeah, until then I'll be in the Blue Mountains, just enjoying life.
So, you may be wondering what the crew's been up to since we've left Sylfia. This is what we've been up to. I've spent 9 weeks on this bloody climb, still haven't ticked it.
What is it?
Madge McDonald.
Madge McDonald.
Hey guys, just sending some love and thoughts. I'm now on an internship for my 1-year school of shipwriting, shipbuilding. And this is south of France, as you can see, so much sun. We have been working on dry harbor, working on boats, doing some repair for 3 weeks under the sun. It's been such lovely days here. People are very nice, and the school as well is very nice. The teachers are good and the group is fantastic. The boats we're doing are very beautiful too. There's like Morbid 12. Doris is the boat I'm working on. I'm finishing on July, and then I hope I'll be sailing to Costa Rica, see a bit more of the world and its wonders. I hope you guys are well and you're sailing good. There's not too much mess with the coronavirus, and I send you some love.
Hi everyone, this is Willem and Chloe. I'm not sure if you remember this, but we were one of the first crew arriving on Sylfia in New Zealand. Yeah, we had an amazing experience, but it was time to leave Sylfia to get on a new adventure. And so actually my plan was just to visit a friend in Bali, and I didn't really have any other plans afterwards. But then I really enjoyed Bali, and I can't say I got kind of stuck through COVID, but I like to say that I couldn't leave Bali for that reason. And yeah, I've been keeping myself very busy with creative personal projects and feeling the ultimate freedom, because living on Sylfia was an amazing experience, but when we arrived in Bali, it was super nice to find the other side again of the world, where you can just go wherever you go with a scooter, and you can just drive without having any obligation to ask if you can, like use a boat, or if somebody can just drop you off or something. So yeah, that feeling was pretty incredible. Also to be able to socialize as much, because sometimes if you're in the middle of the ocean or doing a crossing on the ocean, it's not very easy to socialize, which I really like. And yeah, that's about my story after Sylfia. Now I plan to stay here for a long time, and hopefully we'll be able to meet Sylfia again and do a new adventure.
I've been to Nepal straight after leaving the boat, and then I was planning to go to Sri Lanka because I got my first taste of surf while we were on Sylfia, which you probably have seen on the channel. And so ever since, I really caught the surf bug, and I've been wanting to for so long to learn, and I feel like I got the time in March last year, but I didn't get to Sri Lanka because of this whole madness that's still going on. And so I ended up in Bali as well, where we're now together. I also I spent some time in Lombok, and I've been pretty much surfing the whole time we've been here. We've been pretty lucky to be in a place like this during the whole pandemic, so I think we're both pretty grateful for where we are.
Yeah, exactly. Anyway,
Bye.
bye-bye!
Hello, Drenched people! So I left Sylfia almost a year ago already, and I left 2 months earlier than what I've planned, because I had to go back home to start a process to work with the UN in Switzerland. And I was supposed to leave for Switzerland a couple of months after I left Sylfia, but as we all know, because of COVID, things were more complicated, and it got postponed a lot. And I just arrived a month ago in Geneva, and I'll be here for the next year. And as you can see, I'm always hanging out around marinas. So if there's anybody listening that are around Lac Léman region, you can reach Nate or the Drenched account, and they will give you my details, so maybe we can go sail together when the sunshine will be there. And apart from moving to Switzerland, there's not really much new with me. I really hope to be able to go back on Sylfia someday for some adventure, maybe in Antarctica. And yeah, I think about the crew a lot, and I miss this lifestyle. I hope everybody is good.
La Hello. I am in New Zealand in isolation. This will be my 5th one in the last year, so trying to get better at it. And yeah, I just got back from Mexico where I've been working on a ship there for on and off for the last year and a half, so as an engineer. So yeah, that's been good to be able to carry on with that, and now it's my leave for 10 weeks or so, so I'll be back at home and do a bit of travelling and some fun stuff and whatnot, so yeah.
What's up, Drenched? I'm working ropes. So what I'm doing is fixing up those stones in those buildings. So they build it pretty quick, and some of those fell down. Now I'm putting screws. They build really fast in Israel to make a lot of money, and they make it shitty sometimes. So that's why I have a lot of work. I'm in Tiberias right now. It's the city where Jesus walked on water. See behind me the Sea of Galilee. It's Drenched. Love y'all. Yeah, there's corona and lockdowns and stuff, but we stay a lot in nature. It's good, and some friends, and playing music. So yeah, pretty happy regardless of what's going on in the world. Sending big hug and love to everybody. Hope you're doing well with the adventures and out in the sea. Missing you guys a lot, and sailing. Bye bye.
Hey everyone, how's things going? Hope you haven't put any more diesel in water tanks lately. That was a bit of a crazy experience back in 2019. What a great time I had sailing all around the Bay of Islands with you guys, and up to Niue and onto Tonga. Since then, I went to Egypt straight after that. Did some diving over there, then went back to my home in Gili Island, Indonesia. Spent a few months there, and then came back to New Zealand for a friend's wedding in early 2020. I think it was in February. And yeah, then coronavirus hit us, and wow. So I've been stuck in New Zealand ever since, which has been a good thing. I've done some work here, and also did a few trips. Went out to the Great Barrier Islands, did some diving up there, and then also went to the Poor Knights for a bit of diving as well. And yeah, and now it's America's Cup, so spending a bit of time out on the water watching that. So yeah, it's good. Plans for the future, probably try and head back to Gillies once things get under control, I guess. Don't know when that's going to be, and maybe hopefully catch up with the boat again at some stage would be good. So yeah, hope everything's good. I'll see you later.
Yeah.
Okay, and Brett is turned into a little bit of a hermit, living off grid, and he isn't really into the social media game, and he's the only crew member who didn't send us a video, so thanks Brett, I'll talk for you. I was lucky enough that I met up with him in Adelaide on a recent road trip. I met up with him and his girlfriend Tess, who are still very adventurous. They go surfing all the time, we went rock climbing together, we went on a sneaky scuba dive together under a pier, so he's doing really good. He's got himself a little plot of land with chickens and just seems happy as. So, and as we move down to South Australia, I have no doubt that we're going to see Brett back on board for a small adventure. So I look forward to seeing him again.
since leaving Sylfia. I've done 2 rounds of antibiotics to get the bacteria out of my bicep. I've been snow skiing probably about 50 times. A lot of canyoneering in the southern part of Utah. I've been backpacking. Then nursing school started, and now I spend all my day studying.
Hey everybody, this is Dee. I was part of the original crew back in New Zealand. Made the crossing and got off in Niue. I actually stayed in Niue for about a week before I was able to get a flight out back to the mainland, the US. The reason I left was my mom's funeral. After that I sold my home and moved down to Corpus Christi, Texas, in with my daughter and her husband. And I've just kind of been waiting out the pandemic sort of thing so I can get back out there and hopefully make my way back to Sylfia at some time when the borders open up. And then also some other adventures that I have planned in the future. But in the meantime, everybody stay safe, healthy, happy, and keep chasing your dreams. Take care!